Today we're going to be revisiting the 2017 Primal Clash to Guardians Rising format. We have two decks going off today. We have the Fast and Foul Zoroark break teaming up with Drampa, and that is facing off against Volcanion, a deck that is fiery and forceful in its attacks. It's going to try to take Zoroark down with powerful volcanic heats. Let's see which deck comes out on top in the game ahead.
Tails.
It's Tails.
First I shall go.
Gotcha. Alrighty. We'll draw 7 off the top.
You definitely know I shuffled it when I get an upside down card.
Yep.
I don't know how I still do that, but whatever. It's funny. It's only
when there's a will, there's a way with you.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alrighty. Ready to go?
Yes.
Alrighty. Not my favorite starter on Earth, to be honest, but...
Bench Zoroark.
Yep.
Attach a Dark Energy. Use Bridget.
Yep.
It's definitely a good
Pretty
start.
strong opener, yeah. So Zoroark and Drampa on the bench.
Alright. Discard. Discard goes into discard pile.
Yep.
And I will play Team Magma Secret Base. That's the reason. Like I could play that first and then play the Zoro, but
Yeah.
whatever. And then I will pass.
I'll draw. I'll bump your Team Magma Secret Base with my Brooklet Hill, and I'll activate Brooklet Hill to search my deck for a basic water or fire Pokemon. I'll grab Staryu.
That's fair.
I'm gonna bench Turtonator. I'll Ultra Ball, discarding 2 fires from my hand.
Okay.
And I'll find Tapu Lele off of that.
Fair.
I'm going to attach a Float Stone to Tapu Lele in the active spot.
That's fair.
And I will bench Tapu Lele, use its Wonder Tag ability to search my deck for a Professor Sycamore and play it.
Understandable.
I'm going to play Professor Sycamore, discarding Versus Seeker from my hand, and draw 7. Alrighty. I'll bench a Volcanion EX. I'm going to attach to Turtonator GX on the bench and retreat with Floatstone.
That's fair.
Going to use Volcanion EX's Steam Up ability to discard a fire energy, and then I'll use Turtonator's Nitro Tank to accelerate 3 fire energy from my discard pile to my Pokemon in any way I like.
Huh.
So I'll accelerate 2 energy to active and 1 to my benched Volcanion.
That's fair. You want to play N?
Yep.
Draw 6.
Yep, off and 6 cards.
Attach a Choice Band.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to attach Darkness to Zora.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use Righteous Edge for 50 damage.
Yep. I'll draw for turn. I'll use Volcanion's Steam Up from hand to boost my basic Pokemon's attacks by 30 during this turn, discarding that fire energy. And I'll play N to shuffle my hand in my deck and draw 6.
I as well. Alright, I'll draw 6 from the top.
Alrighty. I'll evolve into Starmie on the bench.
Yep.
Starmie's Space Beacon allows me to discard a card from my hand and then grab 2 energy from my discard pile and put them into my hand. So I will discard Ultra Ball, and I'll get back just 1 energy from my discard pile. Want to attach that energy to Turtonator in the active spot. And I'll just use Bright Flame for 190 damage, discarding 2 fire and taking the knockout. Going to 4 prizes.
I will promote Zoroark.
Yep.
Draw a card. Yeah. I'll attach it to Zoroark.
Yep.
And I'll use Versus Seeker for N.
Yep.
And then
play it?
use it. Yes.
Ready. Off the N, I will draw 4.
I will draw 6 off the N.
Alrighty.
Well, evolve into Zoroark.
Yep.
And then use Moonless Madness.
Alrighty, to inflict confusion. And then, where's my confusion marker? There we go.
Question marks.
I'll draw for turn. I'll start by benching Volcanion from Steam Siege. And I'll use Starmie's Water Beacon to discard Professor Sycamore from my hand and get 2 fires from my discard pile into my hand. Putting those 2 fires back. I will Ultra Ball, discarding those 2 fire energy. Off the Ultra Ball, I'll grab Volcanion and put that to my hand. I'll play Field Blower to discard the Choice Band.
Alright.
And I'll play Versus Seeker Professor Sycamore, discarding Volcanion to draw 7 cards.
Alright.
I'll attach for turn to my Volcanion on the bench. And I will attempt to use Shell Trap. And it is a tail, so I'll take 30 damage.
Rip. I'll evolve into Zoroark Break.
Yep.
I'm going to play N.
Yep. No other cards in hand though.
I will draw 6 with N.
And I get 4.
Well, I gotta go with that, I guess.
Yep.
I'll attach DCE. And then use that Zoroark stand-in ability
Yep.
to switch to the active. And then I'll use Mind Jack for 150, taking the knockout.
160, but yep.
60, yeah.
Taking knockout, taking 2 prize cards. I'll promote Tapu Lele with the Float Stone to the active spot, and I'll draw. I'll play a Volcanion EX down to my bench. And I'll attach an energy from my hand to Volcanion on the bench.
Okay.
And I'll play N.
Alright.
Off the N, I'll draw 4 cards.
Might as well.
I'll use Starmie's Space Beacon to discard a fire energy from my hand and grab 2 fire energy from my discard pile to put them into my hand. I'll retreat Tapu Lele into Baby Volcanion.
Alright.
I'll use 2 Steam Ups to discard 2 fires from my hand to do an extra 60 damage during this turn with my basic fire attacks. And I'll use Power Heater for 80 damage and accelerate 2 energy from my discard pile into play.
Alright. I will evolve into Zoroark.
Yep.
Seems a little pointless, but I'll play Kukui just to get some draw.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll bench Oranguru.
Yep.
And then I will use Mind Jack for 160.
Taking the knockout. I'll promote Tapu Lele with the Float Stone to the active spot.
Yep.
And I'll draw. And I'll use Professor Sycamore to discard Volcanion, Rescue Stitcher, and Professor's Letter for 7 cards.
Alright.
I'll attach a basic fire energy from my hand to my benched Volcanion EX. And I'll retreat Tapu Lele with the Float Stone into Volcanion EX. And I'll use Volcanic Heat to take the knockout on Zoroark Break.
Alright. I'll promote this Zoroark.
Yep.
Draw. I will evolve into Zoroark Break.
Yep.
Attach it to this Zoroark. And play Rescue Stretcher.
Yep.
Getting back Zoroark, Zoroark Break, and Drampa GX into the deck.
Okay.
And then we'll play Tapu Lele.
Yep.
My hand.
Wonder Tag ability.
Yep, using Wonder Tag. Teammates and play it.
Okay.
Alright, off of teammates, I'll grab 2 cards. Evolve into Zoroark. And I will use Foul Play for the 1 attack of Volcanic Heat for 130.
Yep.
There.
I'll draw for turn. A little bit of a tight spot right now, but it's certainly not over. I'll use Switch to switch my Volcanion to the bench.
Okay.
And I'll promote the other Volcanion to the active spot. I'll attach a Fire Energy from my hand to Volcanion. I'll use Volcanion's Steam Up to discard a Fire Energy from my hand, to deal 30 more damage with my Fire basic attacks during this turn.
Okay.
And I'll use Sycamore to discard Lysander, Field Blower, and Double Brooklet.
Dang.
Yeah, I really wish I could end there. Oh, well.
We don't need it enough.
And I'll use Volcanion's Volcanic Heat for 160 damage, taking the knockout. Guessing you just have game this turn, though?
I have 3 prizes.
Oh yeah, you have 3 prizes. Okay, never mind. Alrighty.
I will use Versus Seeker for teammates.
Yep.
And then I will use teammates. Alright. Teammates, I will grab 2 cards. And that gets discarded. Attach Choice Band.
Yep.
Then use Rescue Stretcher. Like Zoroark, and Zoroark break into the deck.
Yep.
And then I'll use Mind Jack for 160 damage.
Yep. Just barely whiffing the knockout. I'll draw for turn. And I'll use Switch to switch my Volcanion to the bench. I'll use Starmie's Space Beacon to discard Brooklet Hill from my hand and find 2 Fire Energy from my discard pile and put them into my hand. I'll play Steam Up twice to discard those 2 Fire Energy again, boosting my damage by 60. And I'll play Lysander to bring up the bench Tapu Lele and take the game. I think that last teammate should have been an N, yeah. Because I had like an 8 card hand. Alright, you want to do round 2?
Yeah, let's. Alright.
Alrighty. 7 from the top.
7 from the top.
Alrighty, I have a basic.
Same. Alright.
I'll put down that. Alright.
Away we go.
You'll be going first.
Yep. I don't want to discard all of this right now, so I'll play Professor Kukui.
Yep.
Draw 2. Didn't really help much, but I'll bench a Rangaroo
Yep.
and pass.
Draw for turn. I'll attach a Float Stone to my bench to Volcanion. And I'll use Tapu Lele and use its Wonder Tag to search my deck for any supporter.
Yep.
And I'll grab Professor Sycamore.
That's fair.
I'll put Professor Sycamore into my hand. Put Professor Sycamore to my hand. I'll use Volcanion's Steam Up ability to discard a fire to make me do 30 more damage with my attacks. And I'll use Professor Sycamore to discard my hand and draw 7 cards.
What was your hand? That's fair.
I'll attach an energy from my hand to Volcanion, and I'll use Volcanion's Power Heater for 50 damage and accelerate 2 fire energy from my discard pile to 2 of my bench Pokemon.
Alright.
And you do have to accelerate to 2.
That's actually a real nice top deck. Not Zoroark, but I'm going to use Choice Band. And then I'm going to play N.
Okay. Off of N, I'll draw 6 cards.
I will also draw 6 cards. I will attach DCE. Ultra Ball away Guillotine and Versus Seeker.
Yep.
Didn't want to have to discard one of those, but I will bench Zoroark. And I don't want to have to commit a Choice Band this early, but I will for Instruct, so I will attach Choice Band to Zoroark, and then use Orangu's Instruct ability to draw until I have 3. It's not too bad. And then I will use Mind Jack for 70 damage.
Yep. I'll draw for turn. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of those Choice Bands with a Field Blower.
Yeah. For nothing.
I'll use Volcanion Steam Up ability to discard a Fire Energy from my hand. I'll Ultra Ball, discarding a Lysander and an N.
Okay.
Off of Ultra Ball, I'll grab Staryu and put it onto my bench.
Fair.
I'll attach for turn to my Volcanion in the active spot, and I'll use Professor Sycamore to discard my hand and draw 7.
Except what hand?
I'll use Volcanion's Power Heater for 50 damage, taking the knockout and accelerating a Fire Energy from my discard pile to my benched Volcanion EX.
I'll promote Zoroark.
I'll take a prize.
No shot. Attach DCE.
Yep.
Actually play Special Charge this time. Shuffling that into my deck. I will Instruct for 1. It's not bad. I will use Rescue Stretcher for Zoroark.
Yep.
Put it back in my hand and evolve in that. And then I will use Professor Sycamore. Discarding my hand and drawing 7. Bench Drampa. Another Rescue Stretcher for Zoroark. There it is. Put it in my hand and bench it. And then I will use Mind Jack for 100 damage.
Yep, taking the knockout. I'll throw out Staryu since it's free retreat. I'll draw. I'll play Brooklet Hill from my hand as Stadium in play, and I'll activate Brooklet Hill to search my deck for a basic water or fighting Pokemon. Off of Brooklet Hill, I'll search Volcanion EX, and I'll put it onto my bench. I'll play Ultra Ball from my hand, discarding Olympia and Volcanion to search my deck for a Pokemon. Off of Ultra Ball, I'll find Starmie.
That's fair.
I'll put Starmie to my hand, and I will retreat Staryu from the active spot into Volcanion EX.
For free.
I'll put Starmie onto Staryu to evolve it, and I'll use Space Beacon to discard N from my hand to put 2 basic energy from my discard pile into my hand. I'll put Fire and Fire from my discard pile in my hand,
Yep.
discarding N. I'll attach a Fire Energy from my hand to Volcanion for turn. I'll use Volcanic Heat for 130 damage to take the knockout.
Alright. Promote Zoroark. I will attach DCE to Zoroark. Use teammates. Searching whatever 2 cards I like. So I'll go with those 2.
Yep.
Evolve into Zoroark and then Zoroark. And I will use Mind Jack for 100.
Alrighty. I'll draw. I'll start by using Brooklet Hill to search for a basic water or fighting Pokemon. And I'll just fail the Brooklet Hill.
Okay.
I'll attach a Fire Energy from my hand to my benched Volcanion EX. I'll use Versus Seeker to use a supporter card from my discard pile. I will play Olympia to switch my active with one of my bench and heal 30 damage.
Okay.
I'll retreat Tapu Lele and go into Volcanion. And I'll use Volcanion's Volcanic Heat for 130, taking the knockout.
Alright. Ultra Ball, discarding Lysander and Dark
Yep.
for the Zoroark.
Yep.
And I won't shuffle, I'm going to go back in. Use Versus Seeker for teammates. Use it.
Okay.
Searching 2 cards. Alright, put those to hand.
Actually, I guess there's 2 different combinations that would work.
Well, I think this is one of them. DCE
Yep.
and Choice Band.
Yep.
So I'm going to use Instruct to draw 1. And then I'm going to use Mind Jack for 130, I think.
Yep.
For knockout.
The other one you could do is Break Dark.
Yeah, but I don't think.
But then you can't attack next turn, so.
Well, I couldn't have gotten the break and play because I.
Oh, did you? Yeah, that's true. I think you might have. I'll promote Tapu Lele GX to the active spot, and I'll draw for turn.
Okay.
I'll use Starmie's Space Beacon to discard a Brooklyn Hill and get 2 fire energy from my discard pile and put them into my hand.
Yep.
I'll play Professor's Letter, and I'll just fail to search.
Okay.
I'll play N.
Okay. That's honestly not too bad for me, anyways.
Off of the N, I'll draw 3.
I as well.
I'll attach a fire energy from my hand to Volcanion EX, and I'll pass.
Alright. Attach a Floatstone.
Yep.
Play Team Magma's Secret Base. I will use Iragu's Instruct. Attach a Rainbow Energy to Drampa.
Yep.
Pink. Versus Seeker for... I will use it for Lysander and then use it on the Volcanion.
Yep.
So then I will use Mind Jack for 100 damage.
Yep. I'll draw for turn. I'll attach my active Volcanion EX.
Okay.
And I'll play Professor Sycamore to discard my hand and draw 7.
Alright.
I totally shouldn't have attached. That's a misplay. I'll use Volcanic Heat for the knockout.
Alright.
That would probably cost me though.
Promote Drampa. Alright, I will use Instruct to draw 1. And then I will use Professor Sycamore.
Okay.
Discard my hand. Draw 7. Attach Dark.
Yep.
And then I will use Righteous Edge for
Righteous Edge, okay. I'm not getting too punished by misplay last turn, thankfully. Have a chance still. I'm going to play Ultra Ball from my hand, discarding Ultra Ball and Sycamore.
Okay.
Off of the Ultra Ball, I'm going to find a Volcanion and put it into my hand.
Yep.
I'll bench Turtonator GX and take 20 damage from Team Magma's Secret Base.
Yep.
And I'll retreat Volcanion EX from the active spot into Turtonator. I'll play Max Potion to completely heal my Volcanion EX on the bench. I'll play Volcanion from my hand onto my bench and put 2 damage counters on it from a Team Magma Secret Base. I'll use Starmie's Space Beacon to discard a Choice Band from my hand and get 2 fire energy from my discard pile into my hand.
Alright.
I'll attach one of those fire energy to my Turtonator GX, and I'll use Turtonator's Nitro Tank GX to accelerate 5 fire energy from my discard pile to my Pokemon in any way I like. And I'll attach those energy to my benched Volcanion EX.
Alright. I will attach.
Yep.
Play down Drampa GX. Take 2 damage. I'll Ultra Ball away Zoroark Break and Sycamore.
Yep.
And you're finding a Tapu Lele, putting it to hand.
Okay.
Just gonna go back in, so I'm point shuffling. Play Tapu Lele down, use Wonder Tag. Search for a supporter. That being Lysander.
Okay.
I will play the Lysander on the Volcanion EX.
Bring it to the active spot. No way there's Field Blower Choice Band.
I'll attach Floatstone
Okay.
and use Orangaru's Instruct. And then I would use Berserk for 150 damage.
Yep. Oh, thank God, bro. I was worried that you're going to get that Field Blower Choice Band.
I got one of them.
I'll draw for turn, and I will attach a Choice Band to my active Volcanion.
That's game, isn't it?
Yes. I'll use Volcanion's Steam Up to boost my damage by 30, and I'll use Volcanic Key for the knockout.
Man.
Thank you all so much for watching this retro match. If you'd like to see more like these, please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned, because I upload these just about every single Friday. I've put the lists here just so if you want to build these decks yourself, the lists are here for you. I definitely recommend those swapping out those Choice Bands in the Volcanion deck for some Fighting Fury Belts. Will give it some extra bulk, but it still is a good deck either way. So thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next